Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, today I'm trying something maybe stupid, I don't know. What I want to try is that I learned like maybe a few years ago, but still, like anyways, I learned that like explaining something to someone makes it like more easy for you to remember. And so I kind of think about like doing this as a like a YouTube channel, so that I can pause this and like I can rewatch it, maybe laugh at myself, but I don't know, whatever. So I thought to do this as a YouTube channel. So this is gonna be the episode 1, and also I don't know how far I would go with this and if I would keep doing this, but since this is my first one, I kind of thought about doing something more gossipy kind of, so that it won't be bad. So anyways, so my what I'm gonna do today is gonna talk about like two research that contribute to uh, for the current world to end up having ethical principles in research. Okay, let's dive in. Okay, the first one is called Milgram. The research is called Milgram. It's in 19. The experiments done in 1961, and it is called the shock study. So the setup is like this: you, as a participant, come into a lab thinking you are participating in a memory study, and they say you are the teacher and there's a learner. So the learner who is in the other room is whenever that the learner gives you a wrong answer, you get to shock that person. The setup goes up to 450 volts, and at the 450 volt, it says uh, danger, severe shock, and then it says like X, X, X. Uh, and the thing is that uh, the person who's in the other room, who's the learner, is actually an actor, and that person is not actually getting shocked. He is just acting. And you were told by a guy who is in the lab, in a lab coat, repeatedly, the experiment requires you to continue. Uh, so the thing is, before the experiment start, they ask everyone, would you keep going? And everyone said no. But the reality is 65% of the participants of this experiment kept going on, and they went all the way to 450 volts, which is practically with the sign that says danger, severe shock. So there was a huge gap between whatever they predicted the outcome would be and the actual behavior and the outcome. Uh, that was actually all about this finding. Uh, Whatever the reason they actually did the research was to. The thing was that the people who were participants in this, who are practically was the teachers in this experiment, who had to kept going on, they were actually sweating, shaking, nervous, and they were. It says that they were laughing out of nervousness and stress that they were facing. But 65% of them, like practically, they kept going on, like they kept on shocking that person. The question of ethical consideration in this like whole research is about informed consent and deception. So the thing is like they were deceived, they were not told what's the experiment that they were participating to. They didn't know that they were participating to a different experiment. They were told they were participating in a memory experiment. The thing about informed consent is that even though they consent to participate in an experiment, the consent they gave was not for this particular experiment, and also they were not informed what is going to happen. Like they were not informed what they have to do, or what they will be facing, or what they have to do. Like like what they didn't know what they were facing or what they're going to do, like whatever, they were not informed what is going on in this experiment. Moving on to the second research that we I going to talk about is Zimbardo, in an experiment done in 1971. It is called Stanford Prison Experiment, which is practically 10 years later, this Milgram experiment. So, it was like he saw the Milgram experiment and he was like, oh, I could do better, kind of a way. So, anyways, uh, so anyways um uh in this experiment there was 24 guys who is in the college, and they were randomly split into guards and prisoners. uh they actually build like, it says that they build a fake prison. They had a like the who are the prisoners, they had like the whatever the prison clothes they were wearing, they were not called by their names, they were given numbers. And the guards that had they had like all the equipments that belonged to a guard, and like they had to behave like guards. And also in this experiment, Zimbardo himself played as a superintendent. So it says one prisoner uh, actually break down within 36 hours. So, like, they plan to do this for like 2 weeks actually, and then like one prisoner break down in like just 36 hours, and they actually had to close it after 6 days. And that part is like actually tea, okay? So the thing is, Simbaro says like he was playing a superintendent, and like within like after few times, like he forget what he was doing. Like he forgot he was the experimenter, he was the scientist in here, and he got so sucked into his role. The thing was that how did this stop was like Simbaro's girlfriend, he came into this whole experimental thing. Like she might have been like, oh, let me go and see what my boyfriend is doing. And she came into this fake prison, and she saw what is going on. She saw the prisoners in distress and everything, like how people were behaving in this experiment and everything. And she practically said like, oh, what you guys are doing, shut this down. And that's how this experiment got shut down after 6 days. Uh, that's what it says. So the experiment, Zimbardo says, it was to prove the old saying, or the old lesson that says power corrupts ordinary people. And it's the clean story. So according to Zimbardo, that's what they prove. Power corrupted people because the guards were corrupted and they behaved badly towards prisoners. The twist of this experiment was like in 2018, a French researcher, he go back into this study. There were archived audios of this study, and he got those audios and he did his study on those. And he says he got to know that Zimbardo and his research team was coaching these guys who were guards of the prison, like how to be guards. Like they were coaching them like uh, how to be proper guards, how to like act like a guard or whatever. They were like teaching them like, so the most of the things that the guards did were the things they were like coached how to do. So according to this French researcher, it says that Simbardo kind of like manipulated his experiment, so it was more of a like a stage result, so the outcome was not valid. So it raised the concern about validity and integrity of research. So the actual point why these things matters, like one thing is informed consent and debriefing is like so important, and also like respect, merits, integrity, and beneficence, like everything, those things matters now. And they came into matter because of these experiments. For example, if they were to do these two experiments nowadays, they would have get cancelled. Like people would like, the ethic committee and everything would say like, just shut up, don't do it, it's not like, this is wrong. So why I'm studying this whole thing, I don't know. It is in my syllabus. I'm studying oh, I think these two studies is in uh, social psychology part. I'm not sure. So anyways, I have to study Anyways, I had to study these two things to about this experiment. So I feel like now I know all the facts about it because I feel like I actually feel like I know what this whole thing is about. So Milgram, he did the shock experiment in 1961, and 65% of the participants obeyed, and they obeyed to the max. And Zimbardo, he did the Stanford fake prison experiment, and it got too real. They shut it down in 6 days, and it says it was maybe staged. So that is it's all about. Uh, the second one was the 2018 discovery was more of a controversy. Some people do not believe that. Some people believe that. So whatever, it's a tea. So thank you for listening to me. I might post this because I want to post this. I look good. So I might post this, and stay tuned to more of the tea that I'm studying because psychology is like an interesting field, and this is gonna be the first video, and I'm planning to do like more videos about like whatever I'm studying. So since I have to do a video, I have to make a like a point forms, like I have to make like a document, and then I have to talk it out loud, and then maybe while doing editing I have to listen to it again and again. So I feel like that is kind of effective. That's why I choose to do this. So if you do not want to like if you did not actually want to listen but you had to listen because you guys love me, thank you so much listening to me. Bye bye.